Hey, what's going on, guys? This is the SS Ultimate Goku, back with another video. So, I'm going to be talking about someone I've been really itching for a long time to talk about this guy, um, for a lot of reasons. But, in my personal opinion, he went over the line with Venom. But there's a lot of other issues and problems I've had with this user, with the way he conducts his content out to YouTube. So, Mr. ComicBookCast2 is a liar. He is a liar. And if he somehow is watching this video, which I'm kind of hoping he is, but I know he's not going to be. But if he somehow is watching it, I'm going to tell him right now, you are a liar. And you are biased to the MCU. And a fanboy. And I don't care that you are a Marvel fan. I don't care that you're a DC fan, because I know you do like some DC stuff. You proclaim that Aquaman is your favorite all-time character. So, I'm going to give you the benefit of the doubt on that one. But I'm not going to give you the benefit of the doubt about the shit you've been saying for the Venom for the past 6 months. Because, quite frankly, I have watched almost all your Venom videos that you've made for the past 6 months. And they are terrible. But then again, most of your channel is consistent with 3 minutes of clickbait. So what my rant about this user is he lied about the Venom movie. He tried to bury this movie, and I know he wasn't one of the guys that did it, but I am in the belief that he is one of the main contributors to why Rotten Tomatoes tried to screw this movie over. Because Rotten Tomatoes claimed this movie was only a 3-star movie, or 3 out of 10 movie, and that isn't fucking true. Now, coincidentally, about 6 days ago, before the movie came out, and he basically started turning shit around, you know, all of a sudden, he compared the Venom movie to Fantastic Four's reboot. And yes, the picture you're seeing right now is actually a thumbnail he used for his video, which just tells you all you need to know. He compared a shitty ass, terrible, failed Fantastic Four reboot movie, again, failed, terrible Fantastic Four movie, to the Venom movie, which in 1 week of opening weekend broke October box office theater records. Yeah, a bombed fucking movie, in his opinion, is compared to a movie that has already made its money back for whatever they budgeted this movie for. Okay, just on the first week alone. Now, if he would have came out and made a video saying that Venom, I was wrong, and I, admit I'm wrong, Venom is a great movie, and yada, 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 or whatever, and give it, the benefit of the doubt, I wouldn't have been making this video. But then he made a video today basically trying to justify why this movie was going to do successful regardless of the bad reviews. Basically, he's trying to cop out this movie, saying that this movie was going to do good regardless because everybody knows the character. Sony kept advertising it in the MCU, even though it wasn't. This and that. He kept making excuses in his video. He kept making excuses to why the movie succeeded, but not giving the movie itself its props for actually being a good movie. And you know what? I think it was a great movie. And I plan on doing a review. By the way, I did watch a movie. I went to go see it Saturday. Really great movie. And I give it a 9 out of 10, by the way. And I will be reviewing this movie. I've just been really busy with my job and work, all this other stuff, and that's why I haven't been able to make and other projects I have to do still. That's why I've been making YouTube videos as of late. But I plan on reviewing this movie too. So that's my biggest issue with this guy right now. Is he proclaims that this movie is compared to a Fantastic Four movie that failed tremendously, and Sony's Venom has already broke October box office record in opening week. Yet somehow it's only good because the character himself is good, is popular. Going by that logic, I guess that means Batman and Robin is a hit, right? You know, because everyone knows Batman, so I guess Batman and Robin was a great movie then, right? Is that what you're trying to say, Comic Book Cast? Is that Batman and Robin was a great movie? Because according to your dumb logic, that's what you're saying. You know, like, his logic makes no sense. He makes 3-minute videos that are clickbait videos. His descriptions don't give any sources. It's just a general brief summary of himself as a YouTube content creator. And it's the same thing. He never gives sources, you know, where he gets all this stuff from, all his information from. He doesn't do any of that shit. Another reason why he is a terrible YouTuber. We talk about the quality and quantity argument. Well, I guess this guy would be in the quantity argument, wouldn't he? Because he makes 3-minute videos, very vague information, and then that's it. Nothing else. If his videos are over 10 minutes, it's like a miracle. So now that Venom is a success, right? He knows Venom is a success. So now what he does is he tries to deflect the blame and basically say, "Oh, well, Venom is going to be it's going to be a hit no matter what. You know, no matter what Rotten Tomatoes said, because of the popularity of this character, because he appeared in Venom 3, which, by the way, nobody liked that film, okay, of Venom, because it was a terrible adaptation of Venom. But, of course, he's going to use that as an excuse. So, you know, in the video he made today, he made excuses to why Venom could have done good. Not making a video and giving the film the benefit of the doubt and saying, you know what, they made a really good movie. Because you want to know what? This is his game plan. All he cares about is it going to the MCU. He wants Sony to sell back Venom and Spider-Man fully to get back fully to the MCU. I don't care if you like MCU. I like some of the MCU movies. I do not hate the MCU. Okay? But I'm not going to hate on a movie that isn't associated with the MCU just because, you know, I want some agenda of the fucking, the film rights to go back to another studio. You know, if the film's good and the film's great, I'm going to support it. That's how it works, man. I mean, the films aren't supposed to cater to superheroes. They're supposed to cater to the fans. And Venom did a great, Sony did a great job with this Venom film. And Venom 2 is going to happen, whether it's called Venom 2, Venom Maximum Carnage, because we know Carnage is going to be in the second film. Whatever they decide to call the next Venom film, it's going to be a great film. It's going to be a hit, and people are going to love it. But I just can't get beyond the whole idea that this guy made so many videos trashing this film before it even came out. And now he's just trying to come up with excuses to why the film may have done good without giving the film its props. That's what pisses me off about this guy. If he would have made a video saying, you know what, I'm wrong. The film did great. I wouldn't be making this video right now. But because he had to be an ass and make a stupid-ass video trying to deflect the blame and just not give the film the benefit of the doubt to say, oh, last week he was making a video about how the producer frickin' said that Spider-Man needs to be in the Venom film, right? Guess what? Venom did pretty good by himself, I think. I mean, money doesn't fucking lie. And don't come up with the whole excuse, oh, well, just because it made money doesn't mean it's a great film. You're making box office records. Guess what? It's a great film. And you know what? I wouldn't be surprised if by the end of when it is in theaters or when it's done with the theaters, I wouldn't be surprised if it's right up there with an MCU movie. MCU movies typically can make $1 billion or whatever. I wouldn't be surprised if that film gets close to $1 billion. If it gets to close to $1 billion, there's no way you can say that film was terrible. Because that means multiple people went to see it. Not once, but multiple. And you know what? I actually want to go see this film again. That's how good the film was. Now, I'm not a huge Spider-Man fan. I don't really like Spider-Man. I only really like Venom. That's the only guy I really like in that whole Spider-Man universe shit. Venom was my boy. You know what I'm saying? Venom was my boy. I don't mind that he was more of a hero in this film, by the way, because I know a lot of people complained about that. That was a nitpicking complaint, by the way. Which I'll cover that more in my review, because that's not what this video is particularly about. But what I want to say is that this guy clearly doesn't know what he's talking about when it comes to movies, because if he did, he would understand that this film was actually good and stop trying to lie to his fans and say that the film sucks, okay? Because it doesn't suck. It's clear as day that the film doesn't suck, okay? And that's my biggest issue with his video. That is my issue with his video. That's just my issue. And like I said, I don't know him personally. I don't know the dude personally. But from the shit he says on his video, I just can't take him seriously. I can't take him seriously, dude. I just can't take it seriously. Because, when you're comparing a film that's breaking box office record to a film that bombed, I mean, there's something wrong here. There's something really wrong with the way he's, talking about it. It's just, it just doesn't make sense. But here's my thing. When because there's many examples of this. There's many examples of this. There's many examples like this. For example, okay, now this is unrelated to my whole topic on Venom, but ComicBookCast2 made a video recently breaking down XMen Dark Phoenix. Okay? And this video was so cringy. It was so cringy to the point where it got ridiculous. Okay? Because, as we all know, 20th Century Fox is probably going to be sold off to Disney. I mean, they bought them, but, it's still got to go through regulations, through Europe, through China, which is another thing he doesn't talk about, by the way. China still has to approve it, which is going to be a big issue when it comes to them and Donald Trump, President Donald Trump, because they can use that as leverage. That's another thing that I never got to talk about, which, of course, Comic Book Cast never talks about it. So there's another issue there, with him misinforming his audience. But he doesn't source his, material, so we never know where he gets his sources from. quotation marks. So he made an XMen Dark Phoenix breakdown trailer film or whatever video. And he basically, I'm assuming the girl in his video is his wife. If it's not his wife, it's his girlfriend. That's what I'm just assuming. So he did a breakdown video of that thing, and he basically just, why should I care? Trying to fall asleep. Oh, this or oh, that. Looking so unenthused. Like his wife or his girlfriend was like more enthused about the trailer than him. And I don't know if they were just doing that on purpose or if that was like legitimate. But point being is, just because this possibly could be 20th Century Fox's last X-Men film or whatever, or film in general, for their own Fox universe, Marvel Fox universe, doesn't mean the film is going to suck. Okay? And he just basically tried to trash that film before it came out. Now, in comparison, Geekdom 101, or World of Geekdom, as his movie channel / wrestling channel is, he did a similar breakdown video as ComicBookCast2 did. The only difference is he actually gave the film a benefit of the doubt and actually acted professional and actually watched the trailer, not fall asleep during the trailer, and actually gave it praise and comments where Comic Book Cast did not. He acted like an asshole in his video. And that right there, just the way he conducted himself in that video, proves that he's a Marvel Cinematic Universe fanboy. Because the film is not associated with the Marvel Cinematic Universe, he doesn't like it. Or he tries to bury it before the film comes out. This is what he did with Venom. This is what he's going to do with Dark Phoenix. This is what he's going to do with any other future Sony film, because I'm assuming the 20th Century Fox films are not going to exist in another year. Assuming, if all goes well for Disney. That's what he's going to do. He's just going to keep doing that stupid shit because he, for whatever reason, thinks that, just because it's not tagged MCU, that the film is going to suck. I waited 15 years for a Venom film, I'll have you know. And I went into that theater, and I came out of that theater wanting more. Literally wanting more. And because of this ass clickbaiter, okay, his audience, okay, watches his videos, right? His viewers watch those videos, right? Those 3-minute videos, and all this false information and all these critics and these Rotten Tomatoes and all this other stuff. They watch it and they see this stuff and they get it into their minds that, this film's going to suck because it's not part of the MCU. See, there's that mindset. And because of that, that is what I blame for the Rotten Tomatoes things. Because Rotten Tomatoes had the reviews out way before the film came out. And so he was making videos, it's going to probably fail, the bad reviews, all this stuff. Everything that he did, it was his own agenda to try and get this film to suck. So the movie rights so Sony would be forced to sell the movie rights to Disney again, or Marvel, or back to Marvel. But here's the thing. Even if this film somehow failed, they weren't going to sell the movie rights. Okay? I don't know where people are getting this idea where, they're going to sell the movie rights. There are still plenty of things that they could have done. They're currently in a deal with Disney right now, so there would be no reason for them to sell it right now, okay? Regardless if this movie had succeeded or failed. Because this movie is going to succeed, because it pretty much has succeeded, they already made their money back, so anything they get now is just huge profits for them. Okay, so when they do make the sequel, whether it's called Venom 2 or Venom Maximum Carnage or whatever, there's a lot of things they can do. They could partner up with the Disney if Kevin Feige he decides, you know what, I want to like put that into the MCU, because he might. I mean, Disney did say that if they get 20th Century Fox, that they would incorporate Deadpool still, as a rated R film. So there's still always that possibility that they could, still, partner up at some point. But if they don't, if they don't decide to have Tom and Tom crossover and have like Spider-Man versus Venom, or a Venom or Venom and Spider-Man teaming up to go up against Maximum Carnage like in the sequel, I'm okay with it, because I don't really like Spider-Man. I like Venom. That's all I like. So for me, I'm okay with them going into the route that they're going in right now with just Venom. I'm okay. Like, he's saying, oh, Venom can't do good without Spider-Man. This film just proved you wrong, buddy. You cannot say that this film was not a great film. Well, you're going to try to, but I mean, it's clear as day. I mean, hell, there are people on your on videos that are commenting on you that are saying that you're wrong. So, and that it was a great film. Even World of Geekdom 101, which his review, he was kind of neutral. He thought it was an okay film, but he didn't think it was a great film. But at least Geekdom 101, when he made his review, at least he actually was kind of, genuine with the film, and actually said that this film is not a bad film like the critics are saying it is. At least he was actually honest, in an actual honest opinion, not an agenda to make this film like seem that it was really bad, because that's what comic book cast tried to do. That's what he tried to do, and that's what annoys me about him. That his mission, like, I feel like this was a mission for him to do this, especially with all the videos he made about Venom. In the lead up to it, I feel like it was a mission to him to somehow make this film suck. I can't prove that, but based on all his films, or based on all his videos, that's what I'm led to believe. And when he realized he couldn't do that once the film came out, then he started trying to come up with excuses to why the film sucked, why the film succeeded. That's what I feel like he did. I feel like he had some type of agenda, to do this, and now he's just trying to deflect the greatness of this film. And that's what annoys me about him right now. All right? I don't care if you like him, but I'm not going to sit here and allow him to spread this type of information, and not allow my audience or any other people that decide to watch this to know what the hell has been going on, because I have seen his videos. I have seen all his Venom videos, and quite frankly, I'm pissed off that he won't just come out and say, you know what, I'm wrong. I've done it many times on this channel. I don't understand why he can't just swallow his damn pride and say, you know what, I'm wrong. No, he can't do that. He has to somehow deflect the blame. And that's what annoys me. That is what annoys me about him right now, more than anything. The film was great. There's going to be a sequel, whether he likes it or not. It's probably going to be just Venom, which I'm okay with. I don't mind. I'm all right with Spider-Man not being in the film, because I don't like Spider-Man. I didn't watch Spider-Man Homecoming. I never watched it. I only watched Spider-Man 1 and 2, and the only reason why, or not 2, I'm sorry, I watched Spider-Man 1 and 3. And the only reason why I watched Spider-Man 1 was because my favorite all-time wrestler, Randy Macho Man Savage, was Bonesaw in that film. That's the only reason why I watched Spider-Man 1. Spider-Man 3, I watched because Venom was in it. Venom was a joke in that film, because they fucked him. So ever since that, I've been waiting for Sony to do a Venom film. And they finally did it, and they did it right. They did it good, and like I said, I plan on doing a review of the Venom film, and I highly recommend, if you haven't checked out the Venom movie, to go check it out. Don't listen to the critics. Go into that film. It's a really good film, and you're going to like it. You will not be disappointed by that film. It is a really great film, and I will be doing a review, which, of course, you really shouldn't watch unless you've seen the film already because, there are spoilers. So, but, yeah, guys, don't listen to the critics. Don't listen to ComicBookCast2. He's clearly biased to the MCU. All right, he wants everything in the MCU. He wants everything run by Kevin Feige. And Kevin Feige, don't get me wrong, he's a good dude. He's made a lot of good great films actually, for Marvel. But don't think for one second that just because it's not a part of the MCU currently right now, as we speak, that it's not a great film. It is a great film, and I'd put it up there with any MCU film. I would put it up there. Well, I shouldn't say any MCU film. I'd put it up there with, other MCU films there. I'd put it up there, with Iron Man and stuff like that. Like Iron Man was a great film. But I'd put it up there with those films. Because, I think this film really fits with what they needed to sell. And it was about Venom. It was not about Spider-Man. And I think they did really well with it. And I'm happy with it. I came out of that film and I enjoyed every second of it. I loved it. I loved the film. I actually honestly would want to go see it again. Whenever I get some free time, I'll definitely go probably watch it again. Because that's how good of a film it was. I waited 15 years for a film like this. And I finally got one. We got a good actor in Tom Hardy. I'm very happy with it. Happy with the results. So yeah, that's my opinion. That is my opinion on this matter, and this is my rant, of course, about him. Like I said, I'm sorry that I had to do this because I really don't like doing these type of videos anymore. But it got past its breaking point. Something needed to be done about this guy. Whether or not he sees this video or not is irrelevant to me. But I feel like any of his fans that come past and see this video really need to understand, what he thinks of the Venom film. He believed that the Venom film was going to be like the Fantastic Four reboot, which obviously was not the case. So that's my take on Mr. Comic Book 2 and his lying of being an MCU biased fanboy. Venom is a great film. If you have not seen it, if you have not seen it yet, go check it out. Phenomenal film. I will be doing a review very soon on this film because of how much I really loved it and how great it was. But yeah, that's my whole thoughts on this. Comment, rate if you like this video. My videos, please subscribe. And that's about it, guys. I am the SS Ultimate Goku, and I'm out of here. Peace.